everyone, welcome back to the More Weekly, the show where we bring you the latest news around Alhambra High. I'm your co-anchor, Melanie.
And I'm your co-anchor, Colin. So first up, here's a few announcements. The quarter ends this Friday, March 11th. Please make sure you check in with your teachers and keep those grades up.
The deadline for senior caps and gowns is next Tuesday, March 15th. Make sure to get your cap and gown for graduation.
The last day to get your grad night tickets is Friday, March 18th after school. Seniors, do not miss out on these tickets.
Link Crew is hosting an academic support day today on March 9th after school. Make sure to go check it out if you need some academic support.
Yearbook has been working very hard to get this year's yearbook looking as best as possible. So here's a quick statement from the yearbook's president.
Hello, my name is Isabel Wong. I'm the editor-in-chief for the yearbook staff. Please pre-order your yearbooks now. It is $75 with ASB and $75 without. We have limited quantities. And after spring break, the cost will go up. So get your yearbook now at the student bank.
Thank you, Yearbook. Next up, it's Women's History Month. Here's some information from Serena.
The month of March is Women's History Month, meant to celebrate the achievements of women and the unique ways they've shaped our nation's history. Women's History Month started in 1980 as Women's History Week. Considering women couldn't even have bank accounts just 20 years prior to this, it was a surprising achievement for the recognition of women. In later years, Congress would establish Women's History Week to be an entire month. It's a time to acknowledge women's contributions over the years. For example, Patsy Mink, the daughter of Japanese immigrants who became the first woman of color to be elected into the House of Representatives and even co-authored Title IX. Another notable woman is Faith Spotted Eagle, who not only developed the first Native women's shelter and fought for her community's rights against Dakota Access oil pipelines, but even received the first electoral presidential nomination for Native Americans, even though she didn't end up running. And finally, Gladys Bentley, who became part of Harlem royalty for her original blues and parodies of popular songs. She was also one of the few well-known Black entertainers who embraced her identity as both transgender and lesbian. These women, through their bravery and perseverance in a world hostile to them, have pushed boundaries and paved the way with many others for today's women. But don't be fooled. Women's History Month will never be true recognition of women in America if it is simply a slogan. Shouting out women who have been such pioneers means nothing without the removal of the very barriers they struggled against. Lawmakers can't simply write a tweet every March and think they've done enough for women. Not when women pay an average of $1,300 more than men per year, are sometimes up to 50% more likely to be medically misdiagnosed, and earn only around 82.3% of a man's paycheck annually. And let's not forget the 15 million young girls ages 15 to 19 that will experience sexual violence at least once in their life. That's 45 to 55% before they've even turned 18. Politically, economically, socially, even medically, women are disadvantaged. So happy Women's History Month. But let's mark it with real victories and no more of the symbolic ones.
Thank you for those empowering words, Serena. Now, we asked students around the campus what snacks they would recommend people, and here's what they told us.
What snack you recommend and why?
I would recommend an apple because an apple a day keeps the doctor away.
Hot Cheetos, man, you can get them around here for $1. There's a ton of vendors, people selling them all the time. It's also free money. Not free money, but it's like, you know what I'm saying.
Beef jerky because they got protein and beef jerky.
Thanks, everyone. We'll be sure to try out those snacks when we get a chance. That's it for this week's edition of the More Weekly. Be sure to turn in next week for our new video.
Go Moors!